Broadcast News. Today we're going to take a look at eligibility in high school sports from different perspectives, including from the athletic director and student athletes.
Homer Center has a reputation for excellence in sports and academic competitions, winning the academic heritage the last 2 years and having surmountable success in volleyball, basketball, and football, as well as having one of our own track throwers as a state champion. To help us understand how these athletes juggle stellar performance both on the field and in the classroom, we will talk to both student athletes and the administration of eligibility. This year, athletic director is being taken over by both Kurt Krajosik and Brianne Major. Previous to this, Rob Stossel was the athletic director in charge of making eligibility rules and enforcing them. Let's talk to him about his experience in this position.
Hi, we're here with Mr. Stossel, former athletic director of Homer Center High School. How are you today?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing good. What was the hardest part about being athletic director?
Well, there's a whole lot that goes into it. A lot of time, a lot of effort. You've got to be proactive in your planning, but then you have to be reactive to situations that come up, instantaneously. You have to be a good problem solver. You need to be able to work with people, coaches, parents, administration. It was a fun job, but it definitely takes a lot out of you in terms of your time and your efforts and your sanity sometimes. But it was enjoyable. But it was time to move on from that position and someone else stepped into that role.
And what prompted the change last year for the eligibility rules?
I think it just makes students more responsible and make them understand that ultimately they're in charge of their grades. When they're not doing what they need to do in the classroom, then it certainly endangers in terms of what might happen to any team on any given night if they become ineligible. We also have a lot of kids playing the game of, last minute, hurry up and get the work in, and it just kind of jammed things up. So we wanted to clean it up and make them understand that they couldn't repeatedly be on that eligibility list because in the long run it just wasn't good for them because you're in school, to learn. Academics come first. That's why they call it student athlete, student before athlete, in my opinion. And I think that was probably the biggest reason that we decided to make those changes. I think we did it 2 years ago.
And do you think that we're seeing a positive outcome from those changes?
Yes, I would think so. I have seen less repeat offenders, less kids playing that game of hurriedly getting the grades up at the last minute. So I see less kids on that eligibility list. So that's a good thing. It's good for all because, when you don't do your work and you get behind that 8 ball, quote unquote, you just run yourself, a deeper hole to dig out of. So I think in that regard, it's been positive.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Let's now hear from co-athletic director Brianne Major about what eligibility looks like for students.
Hi, we're here with Miss Major, Homer Center's athletic director. What is eligibility?
So we have eligibility guidelines in place for a couple of different things. So students are determined if they're eligible to participate in a sport or a varsity activity like marching band, musical, indoor guard, that kind of stuff, based off of their attendance in school, their grades in school, and their behavior in school. And so if you're fulfilling your obligations to be in school and present, keeping your grades up, and not going on behavioral probation, then you are eligible to participate.
Okay. And why is eligibility so important?
So I'm a firm believer that it's student athlete in that order for a reason, right? Like student before athlete, you have to take care of the student part because athletics are a privilege. And so if you're not taking care of the student part of being in school and working hard in school and behaving well in school, then you don't get the privilege of doing athletics or activities. And so it's important to hold students accountable because they have to learn that how you do things gives you the opportunity to do more. And if you don't take care of the basics, then you can't do the extras.
All right. And who decides on the eligibility rules?
Yeah, good question. So some things are dictated by PAAA. So they tell us from the top down that, for example, the attendance one, if you are out of school for 20 days in a semester, you're ineligible for the first, I believe, 45 days of the next semester. And so that's just straight down from PIAA. If you're not in school, you're not eligible, period. And then other ones are decided at your local education association level. So like that's here within Homer Center, we decide that. A lot of it is in collaboration with Mr. Rainey and the school board and some of those pieces too, to kind of make sure we're all on the same page. But the biggest thing that we decided on this year, it's really a continuation of previous years. We're just trying to stay really on top of it to make sure that we're holding students accountable so that they get to have the privilege of doing activities too.
Now let's move to some student athletes to hear their firsthand experience with athletic eligibility and what's next for them.
Hi, we're here with Josh Elkin, a Homer Center student.
Sup?
What grade are you in, Josh?
12th.
And what sports do you play?
I play golf.
How do you feel about Homer Center's eligibility rules?
I really don't know much about them. They're not really a problem for me.
So you're able to keep your grades up?
Yeah, number one on the course, number one in the school. Not too hard to keep the grades up.
Well, I love the confidence. Thank you for giving us your time today.
No problem.
Hi, I'm here with Cameron Capalier, a Homer Center student. What grade are you in, Cameron?
12th.
And what sports do you play?
Baseball and football.
How do you feel about Homer Center's eligibility rules?
They weren't a problem for me. I had my grades up.
You find it easy juggling both sports and school?
Well, yeah, of course. Like, I went to like 7 college visits in like a week, so I still have good grades.
All right, well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hi, we're here with Homer Center student Vincent Tagliotti. How are you today?
I'm pretty good.
And what grade are you in, Vinny?
I'm a senior.
And what sports do you play?
I play football and I powerlift.
And do you plan on playing football at a collegiate level?
I do.
And do you plan on powerlifting after school?
Yes.
That's good. And so PIAA, our district, as well as our school, have some regulations and rules regarding eligibility in sports. How do you feel that that's affected you?
It hasn't affected me at all. I have good grades. So, yeah.
And you don't think that juggling academics and sports and everything else that you do outside of school is difficult?
No.
Well, that's good for you. And are you planning on attending college?
I plan on attending the EPJ.
And was that a hard decision for you? Or was that somewhere that you kind of always wanted to go?
It just has a great engineering program, and I'm going for mechanical engineering, so it's kind of worked out.
That's good. So your time powerlifting and in the gym has maybe created a trend here at Homer Center. Do you think that that's impacted a lot of other students?
Yeah, I think it helped my boys get big and swole. Yeah.
Get big and swole?
Yeah, big and swole.
I've definitely seen an uptick in big and swole at Homer Center. And do you think that that helps in sports?
Yeah, I think it does help. Get better, get stronger, play better.
Well, thank you for being here, Vinny.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and good luck on everything in school and out of school.
All right, thank you.
Hi, we're here with Homer Center student Justy Sharp. How are you today, Justy?
I am great. How are you?
Good. And what grade are you in?
I'm a senior this year, so ready to wrap her up.
All right, me too. So, what sports do you play?
I have previously played basketball, and my whole time throughout junior high and high school I've participated in track.
And what events do you do in track?
I throw shot put and discus.
And I've heard that you've had lots of success, a state champion and state runner-up.
Right.
So can you tell us a little bit about what that was like?
Track has given me opportunities like no other opportunity in my life, no other activity. So I've gotten to do some amazing things and have been able to accomplish some of my life goals, I guess. And I'm hoping to continue that throughout the rest of my life and throughout the rest of my career.
And PIAA, our district, as well as our school, has eligibility rules. So how do you feel about those, and has that caused any struggles through your athletic career?
Right. So I've always been a good student. I've always been a straight A student all throughout elementary school, high school. So I've never had any issues with that. And I'm not a type of person that really struggles school-wise. So playing and eligibility has really never been anything that's crossed my mind. I just do what I need to do in the classroom, and then I get to do what I need to do in the circle or on the field or on the court.
And do you think that those rules are fair for everybody?
I 100% think that they are fair for everyone. You have to keep yourself a well-rounded person, and you have to keep your grades up in the classroom if you want to do extra fun things. If you want to participate in those things, you have to do what you need to do in the background, in the classroom. You have to get that done.
And I know that you plan on continuing your track career at a collegiate level.
Right.
So where are you planning to go?
I just recently signed my national letter of intent to throw at Bucknell University.
And what was that like?
That was amazing. It's great to receive that. It's kind of wrapped up, not my throwing career in general, but in high school. I know where I'm going. I've gotten to do things that I wanted to do, and now I get to finish senior year, and I'm relaxed. I know I'm going to school, so that's great.
And have you always wanted to go to Bucknell, or was that something that just kind of happened?
I was never a kind of person that had a dream school picked out. I was never a Penn State or a Pitt person. So I'm glad that I didn't, because I think that if I really had somewhere that my heart was set on and the offer wasn't there or the facilities weren't there or whatever, I think I would have been really disappointed. So I'm glad I didn't have that, and I just picked the best choice for me regardless of feelings or anything like that.
And Bucknell is a great school academically and sports-wise, so I'm really glad to see that you found somewhere that'll fit
Thank you.
everything for you. And I know that you participate in a lot of activities outside of sports.
Right.
So can you tell us what else you do?
So I participate in a lot of different clubs at Homer Center. Just today I was at chess club, but I'm also an officer in our Friends of Rachel, our Interact Club, and I'm the president of our Students Against Destructive Decisions Club. And I also get to participate in fun things like Quiz Bowl, KDKA Hometown Haiku, which will be on TV this weekend, and our Impromptu Speech Heritage Team.
And Impromptu Speech has had some very incredible success
Right.
in these last years, and overall our academic heritage won last year.
And the year before.
And the year before. So I'm definitely glad that you get to be a part of all those good things, and you definitely help bring Homer Center up a notch. So thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're
Love
welcome.
talking on these hot topics.
As do I. All right.
As you can see, Homer Center students are held to a high standard both academically and in sports. As we've heard several times in the video, student athlete starts with students. Your teammates and coaches are counting on you to be able to practice and play at your highest level, which means being able to keep your grades up and participating in class.